What's up, party people? Today we're looking at Dekaron's Arya's does anyone know how to pronounce this? I'm gonna go to Google.
Afflatus.
Afflatus. We're looking at Dekaron's Arya's Afflatus update. Okay, I got it eventually. This update brings us some interesting stuff, such as accessory upgrade event and well, actually, that's about it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any upcoming content. Let's get this party started. Alright guys, so let's take a look at this update. Aria's Afflatus, right? Let's hear it again.
Afflatus. Afflatus.
I'm not gonna lie, before reading this update post, I have never heard this word before in my entire life. However, apparently it means a divine creative impulse or inspiration. So let's talk about Aria's
Afflatus.
Yeah. So Aria's obviously had some inspiration, some divine inspiration, and let's see what she has to bring us. So she can't seem to get enough of seeing happy customers walking away with their successful upgraded bright tier. So the event has returned. Okay, although I would say that she probably has more unsatisfied customers than satisfied customers, and she needs to work on her upgrading skills because we're all failing this like crazy. Now, let's look at what we're getting here. So first off, this is Arya's thing, and basically what we're doing is there is a increase to the tier up to the Fang and Devil's Horn. Basically, it says here that for the tier and the Karen's Fang, reduced materials and guaranteed upgrade success. So all the way through the delicate Karen's Fang, there is a guaranteed upgrade success, and then I would imagine everything else is just increased. And the required items are lower, which is nice. I don't know. I mean, on my main account on Tristy, I already have the horns, so I don't really care too much about this. And then on Helion, I just find getting angers insanely annoying, so even though this is reduced, I'm not going to bother trying to do this. I think that they should just increase the way that you get angers, or give us like a different way to farm it. Because honestly, the only really way to farm it right now, and I was doing this for a while, is you run like a couple alts and just have them using battle support and farming the angers for you. And honestly, I just don't find that fun, so I kind of just stopped doing it. Yeah, so I don't know. Angers, they're terrible to get, and yeah, so probably won't be doing this. Same thing with the half moon and new moon. Half moon and full moon. It's good that they increase the success chance. I mean, full moon's kind of hard to get. Although, to be honest with you, I don't think the raid is terrible. I've made a couple of them on Tristy server like before, so I don't feel like the rates are terrible. Mostly, I just feel like it's terrible to get Matira's angers. So once again, my big suggestion here is just we need more ways to get the angers, because right now the only market that we're being supplied from is people running battle support. So that's just, I don't know, I just think it's kind of lame. Decaline ring, you know, man, this just makes me angry. This just, guys, you know how I feel about the Decaline ring, and this honestly just makes me angry, because the issue with the Decaline ring is not the Seed of Dreams. The Seed of Dreams are super easy to get. It's very easy to farm seeds. Like, you just get the other stuff, you exchange it, it's not a problem. It actually used to cost even more to upgrade the Decaline ring, and they're reducing it for the seeds. And I'm like, okay, but guess what? Yay, they reduced the cacao to 300, but guess what? There's still no way to farm the cacao in-game. So, boo. I mean, boo. I don't know. The Decaline ring just makes me angry. Like, the whole thing just makes me angry. I've said it like a million times. I'm like a broken record. It's not even that good of an accessory. Why should it be so hard to get the fully upgraded version of it? I don't know why. It just bothers me. It should be a really good beginner ring for people, and it's not. Moving on. Snowflake emblem. This is another one that makes me angry. Oh my gosh. Reduced materials, upgrade success already guaranteed. Great, that's fantastic. However, guess what? You took out the bug. You took out the bug in the game that made it possible for everyone to get this in the first place. And they said that they were going to do something about it and replace that, and they never did. The actual drop rate for these Argates in the dungeon is absolutely horrendous. It is not realistic at all to farm the Argates in the actual dungeon. And the only reason that you see people running around on Tristy server or Helion server is because not every single one of them, but the people who have it either A, exploited the bug, which was in the game from the beginning. It was hard to even call it a bug. I mean, lots of people were doing it anyway. Or B, they bought the Argates from people who exploited the bug. So basically, there's just a bunch of people running around with this emblem that happen to have it already and are lucky enough to get it just because they exploited a bug that was in there for a super long time and then they took it away. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, at this point, I feel like they should just bring that bug back where you can just buy the random boxes and end up getting more Argates than you started with, because they've made it impossible to get the last stage of this emblem now. It doesn't even matter that the success rate is increased to 100% because it's still not realistic to farm the Argates in the dungeon. And plus, they're just making this an event anyway, so then it goes away and once again people can't get this emblem. It's just bad. Bah! Decaline ring makes me angry. Snowflake emblem makes me angry. Oh look, Karen Bell emblem. Guys, you already know how I feel about the Karen Bell emblem, and I'm not even going to talk about it. So they were talking. I'm sorry, the circulation emblem, the circulation emblem, not the Snowflake emblem. But you need the circulation emblem to get the Snowflake emblem. So you know what I'm talking about here. And they reduced the cost for snowflakes. They don't need to reduce the cost for snowflakes. They're super easy to get. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna move on. All right, guys. Banali's, I can't pronounce that. Ugliness, basically inner ugliness. This portion of the update I actually think is kind of cool. Basically, the Dragonic perpetus is a valuable accessory that you don't need to consult Aria for, but it seems that her auspicious aura has enveloped it as well. I have to admit, whoever's been writing these update posts has a fairly developed vocabulary, so I think that's kind of cool. I mean, how often do you see the word auspicious? Just saying. So basically, when challenging Sacred Claw, the Dragon Horn will drop from Inner Ugliness twice as often as usual. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a terrible item to have to farm. Honestly, I farmed mine by doing the Crespo Hard method, but it's cool that they have an event where it's dropping twice as often. Definitely, guys, if you've been trying to farm this, go and do it. Just because this is a super annoying thing to farm, so the 2x drop rate is great. And they also mention here that it does have a low drop rate from these guys as well, so great time to try to get your horn, for sure. Definitely take advantage of that. If you need a guide on Inner Ugliness, I have it in my Kontinuum and Ungula guide on my channel. I will throw it in the cards for the video up in the corner there, just in case any of you don't know how to do Inner Ugliness. Should be good. All right, well, that's the main part of the update there. Now, we do get some D-Shop stuff, and there actually are a couple things in-game that, or there are a couple kind of... I don't know what to call them, like in-game updates to in-game like interface updates. So we'll take a look at that. So they're saying this is the third and final week of our experience event, looking 600. I don't know, guys. Experience events mean nothing to me because I think 200 is unrealistic without spending money. So I don't know. They just completely they're totally meaningless to me. So I'm just not gonna even pay attention to that. But if you're leveling, I guess good for you. Cool. So D-Shop. There's another box here that I think is dumb, but basically they're doing 30 pack for keys for another week. They added the MC2 or the MC3 lucky box, but still have not done anything to make the helmet more realistically farmable. I saw something that kind of triggered me the other day. It was in the Discord chat. One of the GMs in there was mentioning something about it's the best helmet in the game, it should take a long time to farm. And it's like, have you actually tried to farm that helmet? Have you actually tried to do that? It's completely unrealistic to farm, specifically on Helion server because of how expensive it is to run the dungeon. But then they say that right after they release an event where you can basically just buy the helmet in the D-Shop. So it's it's the best helmet in the game, should be hard to get unless you're going to shell out money. It's just kind of I don't know, whatever. Anyway, that tilted me just a little bit. Anyway, so now here's another thing, right? They're talking about the Coliseum Champions bracelet. Not the God of War, though, one, which is interesting. But either way, these bracelets are completely unrealistic to actually farm in game. I doubt maybe a handful of people have actually done it. And instead of making the dungeon more realistic, making the drop rate better, making it more fun to do, they're nah, we'll just throw it in the D-Shop. As usual. I mean, I don't know why I'm even surprised at this point. It's just what always happens, guys. So, yeah, I don't even know. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Kind of lame. Okay, here's what I was talking about with the enhancements. So basically, a few enhancements have been added to the game. Light Bloom is adjustable. Wow. Okay, we got to take a look at this. We 100% have to take a look at this because, as I'm sure some of you who have played the game for a long time know, when Bloom was added, Bloom is kind of a joke because you turn it on and everything is just ridiculously shiny, right? just like crazy shiny. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is going to be the volume effect, bloom volume effect, same thing. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn that all the way up so you guys can see what it looks like and hit apply. All right, so now normally when you're running bloom, like I don't know about you guys, but this just hurts my eyes. Like it's just like everything's way too bright. You can't even really see the details of your character and stuff like that. So, but they did change it so we can mess with the brightness. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn it like, I don't know, let's go like middle here and hit apply. Okay, so that's like, honestly, that looks just as bad to me. Let's just go all the way down. And let's see if it's better now. So yeah, I mean you can see your character a little bit better, and you can like kind of take advantage of the bloom a little more. But still, like when you're at least here in our Deca, like I don't know, this like light in the sky is just like way too much for me. Let's go to a different map and see if it's like that too. I'm gonna go check out like Crespo because Crespo's all white, right? Let's see how it is there. Okay, so in a map like Crespo, it actually looks pretty good because like so here's bloom and then here's no bloom. Oh, okay, we're gonna apply that. Actually, I'm not even really noticing much of a difference at all when you're in Crespo, right? Oh, volume effect. There we go. Apply. I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm not really seeing like any difference here in Crespo at all. Right? I'm not crazy? Okay. I don't know. Let's try a different map, guys. We'll try like Doom Maze. It's kind of dark there. Alright, here's a good one. That's weird. It's almost like the bloom is shut off there. So we'll take the bloom and we'll turn the effect down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I mean that actually looks pretty good. So I don't know. Overall, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and say that the bloom thing is really nice. I mean, it's nice that like you can actually make that like you can kind of play with it now a little bit and like actually make it look like better because like I don't know, super annoying. See, here's brightness too though. I don't know. I think this brightness has to do with the bloom. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm crazy, but anyway. I'm glad that you can adjust it. I'm glad that it's adjustable, and hopefully, you know, people will actually use it now, because I know most people just shut it off, so anyway. The map list under party matching is now presented at a more level-appropriate order. That's good. The experience point and grade point totals have this new animation thing here, too. We can take a look at that really quick. This is kind of cool. I actually really like this. So, like, when you're leveling and you're getting your grade points up, you can be like, oh, look, hey, look, I'm, like, this much out of this much, this much out of this much. It's just a nice little graphical thing that I think looks pretty good. So, happy about that. That's great. An option to disable the smart warp has been included. That's kind of nice, because if you're like me and you're not doing dead front, like, that's kind of annoying to get that anyway. So, bug fixes. Summoners should no longer be able to use chakras to flag battle support players. Actually, this is kind of cool. Because, like, this was just a bug that was in the game. People were just using it to, like, flag people and kill them, which was super annoying. Because there is a way to make it so you don't flag, but people were abusing this bug to do it. So, I guess I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy that this is a thing. Although, this is a PK game, guys. And, like, if you're trying to, like, just play the game and battle support players are taking over your area, I do kind of feel like you should be able to PK them without having to go Nait, right? Because, like, you might want to be trying to do a quest, and if there's, like, a million battle support players there, I mean, you should be able to kill them, I feel like. But, anyway, that's just my opinion. So, this is kind of nice, but also kind of not nice at the same time. I don't know. I never used the bug, but I was annoyed by it a couple times when I left a battle support character running, came back, and I've been killed by the bug. So, yeah. These boxes now open up, right? This one's kind of nice, actually. The good health and the Immortality Jade Bracelet 30-day that you can make with DK coins is kind of nice on Helion, because as you guys know, these Immortality Jade Bracelets here are like super expensive. So if you go here, you can actually craft them, which is kind of cool. It's just a 30-day one, but it's definitely better than nothing, and I don't think it's like too ridiculous to get. I'm trying to remember where it is. 15-day, here it is. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, good health bracelet. So it's 30 DK coins, which, guys, 30 DK coins, you just craft it with the Seed of Dreams. I don't think it's that hard to get, to be honest. So, like, that's actually kind of cool. I'm fine with that actually working now, so that's great. Orpheus no longer mentions the Season 2 Novus Ring, which is good, because it's not really in the game right now. And then the Marinelle's dialogue for trading circulation. Our gates now specifies the types. Great, you fixed the dialogue. Still not realistic to farm. Yada yada. And then golden crests from the fleet, or costume crests from the Fleetvis event can now be added to costumes. I didn't even know they weren't working, so that's good that they're actually working now. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I rambled a lot about a very small update, but that is what is going on Global Dekaron or Papaya Dekaron right now. If you're like me, I don't know, like, I do need to finish farming my perp, but I just need the dragon tongues, so, like, this update kind of doesn't really do anything for me. I still just have to go and farm the dragon tongues. None of this has become more realistic to do, so I don't see myself actually doing it, and most likely I am just going to continue to play on the Dekaron Asia server for now until something interesting happens here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments, and until next time, take care.